Well, here we go again. Welcome to the prelims here in Sheffield, where we have 4 fights for you before switching to the zone for tonight's main card at 7 p.m. Adam Maca in with Pardes, Ed Hardy in with Hager's Carrasco, Connor Mitchell in Rodrigo, Areco, and Chris Mulunda versus Connor Goulding is up first here in Sheffield. Barry with me, as always. Chewing.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
No, you wasn't. No, evident professional. Barry, the show goes on.
Again. Another week, another show.
Another
Pretty
show.
much, isn't it?
Does. Well, we're ready for the first fight. It's the third outing of the youngster, Chris Mulunda. So let's throw it over to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good evening and welcome to Sheffield, England. We're here at the Utilita Arena for a big night of world-class professional boxing. Live on DAZN, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored tonight by Betfred, Drip, Events 365, Riyadh Season, North Defense, Fuel Hub, That Prize Guy, the 10% Club, and Everlast. All of tonight's bouts sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge is Ms. Suzanne Potts. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, scoring A-star referee from Harrow, Mr. Kieran McCann. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears black with red and gold trim. Official weight, 11 stone, 7 pounds, 12 ounces. He's a 16-fight veteran fighting out of Liverpool. Please welcome Connor Goulding. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the white and silver. He scaled 11 stone, 7 pounds. His young professional record thus far perfect, 2-0. He fights out of right here in Sheffield. Please welcome Chris Mulunda.
Right, gents, listen up. You both know the rules. You will obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to break clean, take a step back, throw no punches. Mind your heads in close, so most importantly, lads, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands. Let's go.
Well, here we go. 4 rounds in the middleweight division. Chris Mulunda, the local lad here in Sheffield, in with Liverpool's Connor Goulding.
Round 1.
Yeah, and I've been impressed with what I've seen from Mulunda, managed by Sonny Edwards in the Steel City gym. A nice, calm, relaxed approach, Barry.
Yeah, it's a Steel City show, isn't it, pretty much?
It is.
A lot of kids on the bill tonight from that gym, and that's just shows the success. Good right hand there from Mulunda. Yeah, he's nice and relaxed. He has a nice, smooth rhythm to his work, which means quite often you get the power in the end of the shot without trying too hard, and also the rhythm will be good, which means you very rarely miss the target.
Yeah, 2025 senior elite amateur finalist. He lost to Harley Burrows, who we see recently, split decision, so good amateur pedigree. You can see nice and relaxed, calm rhythm, shoulders nice and loose.
But he's aggressive, isn't he? I mean, as I say aggressive, he's always looking to be offensive rather than aggressive.
Yeah, made his debut last November, outpointing Octavian Grally. Maturing, still only 23. On the front foot here, trying to draw out the lead of Goulding. Nice right hand. Nice jab to the body. Good variation with that lead hand.
Yeah, it's a good opponent for him here, because Goulding won't give him much to look at. He'll keep his hands nice and high. A nice tight defence. He'll try, as we see there, try and fire back when he's able. So Mulunda's going to have to think a little bit, which is what we want to see in our prospects.
He won his first fight, Goulding, and then sort of transitioned to the journeyman role. Good work to the body there from Mulunda. Really got Goulding pushed on the back foot.
Just make more use of that jab there from Mulunda. He got the range nice and easy here, so he got the opportunity to throw that big right hand, but just like to see him set it up more with him. He's there, a nice solid jab.
His last out in March, comfortably outbeating Jack Swallow. Both those fights of his in the Doncaster Dome. Both 4 rounds, as is this one here. Good work again, dropping that right to the body, looking for the uppercut through the middle. Really sharp shots from the youngster.
He doesn't get too close, does he, when he throws that body shot? So he doesn't allow anyone to hold or even fire back. Keeps it nice and long, bends the legs as well, bends the knees.
Variation's good, isn't it, Barry? He's really working the levels well.
And like again, I mentioned that smoothness. He's not rushing his work, is he? So you know he's trying to be a little bit more offensive. He's not smothering his work, not rushing it, not getting the feet too close.
Oh, one on top of the head there, just seemed to, stumble the legs ever so slightly of Goulding. Again, good variation with that right hand, dropping it from head to body. He's tough, Goulding.
And even when it's straight, he'll throw it through the... There you go, he'll loop it around the side there, but on again, he'll throw it right down the middle also there, Goulding.
Do you know what, Barry? We use this word a lot with some of these youngsters coming through. The composure that he's shown, Mulunda, has been very impressive. Really good opening round for the youngster.
Yeah, lovely good round, good start there for the contest there for Mulunda. Came out straight away to the centre of the ring. Yeah, nice and relaxed, lovely rhythm to his work, but finding the target very, very easily with those body shots. And then, as you mentioned, Darren, good variety in his work, ripping up through the middle, that right hand to the head. Has a different look to it every time he throws it, and that one on top of the, just on the back of the head there, just wobbling Goulding slightly, but yeah, a nice, composed and mature first round there for Chris Mulunda.
Are you walking for club now? Yeah, let's go.
10 seconds, corners.
Stop closing up and then queue up on you. You're not a punch bag.
Seconds
Use your head.
out.
Come on, let's go.
Round 2.
Into the second round we go. And it was a very, very good, positive opening round from Chris Mulunda. You just heard the corner of Conor Goulding there, trying to get their man going in. He's on the centre of the ring now, trying to push forward.
You want to see that, though, don't you, from Goulding? Just try and push Mulunda back a little bit, use that bit of man strength, physicality.
They've been beaten
and more
12.
importantly, I should say, sorry, Dan, stay out of the way of those long levers. That's where all the trouble is, at the end of those shots.
They've been beaten 12 times, Goulding, but only stopped the twice, so he knows how to look after himself. As I say, he started well, winning his first few. Now getting pushed back again by Mulunda, who's looking very positive, confident, swagger about him, creeping forward. Oh, and that right hand's a dangerous shot as well.
Oh, that's a lovely little turn of the shoulder there to get that left uppercut through the body there in the middle.
Love the way he just sort of darts into form, really lets his hands go.
And people move different, you know, with some people roll, some people slide, but he does that, the right elbow over the left knee. He gets that sharp angle to throw that body shot of the uppercut through the middle. You'll get that turn in his body that way, rather than sort of like roll into it or even slide to your left. He'll dart that elbow, that shoulder right over his left knee.
They really enjoyed being in the gym with Thornton Smith, who obviously would have been headlining this evening. As I say, trained by Sonny Edwards, so lots of top fighters to look up to. His good friend, Janae Boston, at ringside, cheering him on. The gym buzzing.
Push him off, Con. Push him off. Go, Con.
Try and get some 1-2s into play here, Goulding. Otherwise, what we're seeing here, Mulunda just taking his time, but walking him down, constantly putting him under pressure with the feet. I think we just start jabbing the head and body now as well, Mulunda.
God, really quick hands. I'll tell you what, he's one to watch for sure. Lots to like about Mulunda. Quick hands, love the way he mixes it up. Always thinking about his work. There's a patience to it as well. Remains disciplined. Dangerous with that right hand, isn't he? Free of the shots there. That was a lovely one there. Just taking the sting out of the shot, Goulding, but looking very spiteful at the minute.
And even that's impressive, because he hit him with a good right hand. He exploded then with 2 or 3 others. Again, but didn't panic or rush or get too close. Kept maintaining that distance to get optimum weight on the shot.
And the footwork's really good at Mulunda. He's always blocking Goulding into either the corner or pinning him into one side of the ring. Really intelligent boxing. That's 2 very good rounds for Mulunda. Well, look at this man. Edward Hardy, the boxing farmer, Barry, often drives his tractor to the events. Always smiling.
Yeah, well, he got lots to smile about because he's impressive in the ring. I'll tell you about nasty. And there's another kid here, Connor Mitchell, who's an absolute talent, really good win last time out again. And 2 guys there on the way to having hopefully successful careers, Darren.
Absolutely. Son of British boxing legend Kevin Mitchell. Yeah, both up very soon
10
on
seconds,
prelims.
corners. Seconds out. Round 3.
Third round we go, and it's been 2 very impressive opening rounds from Chris Mulunda, dominating in every aspect, looking very, very good. And it's been that right hand. It's been the eye-catching shot for me, Barry.
Yeah, especially because he gets him on, he pushes him back either with the feet or the jab and then throws it looping. So it was sort of straight, but loops it at the end, doesn't he? Just turns his hand over at the end, gets it behind the glove there of Goulding.
And you can see he knows how to look after himself, Goulding, doesn't he? He takes this thing out of the shot. He's fought 7 times already this year. That was a lovely right uppercut. Then dropping that right to the body. Credit to Goulding, trying to hold the centre of the ring here.
Just trying to get a closer here, Goulding as well. Just trying to take the sort of thought of power.
And that distance away, as you said, if this is at arm's length.
Yeah, sort of stunted, isn't he? You get it before he really gets to the end of the shot.
He does get full leverage as he does there, Mulunda. Like he's able to get into his shell well, Goulding, because the way he drops those body shots after he throws the right hand, he's joy to watch. He's
got the reach here, Mulunda, though, that he can jab, like put a bit of weight on that jab to the head, then pop a stab to the body, like that American sort of jab that they use so well. So jab up and then just stab with that front foot then, really right in the pit of the stomach.
That was better with the jab. They stepped in, it was to the head though, and then following up with another solid 1-2. And again, stalking his man, trying to bring that front foot across, trying to pin Goulding into the corner, but he's got him on the ropes, tucking up well, the Liverpudlian. I'm sure they'll be enjoying this. Dalton, Sonny, Grant, Smith in the corner again. Yeah, lovely left to the body.
Just the movement before, wasn't it? This little shimmy of the shoulders.
Oh, and again, sickening left to the body. Nice counter left hook from Goulding.
Just enough then to slow him down, one there from Goulding.
As I said, Junaid Bostan ringside, good friend of Mulunda, really vocal. I'm sure he'll be enjoying this. A good stabbing right to the body again from the youngster. Oh, looking for that counter right hand, just slipping on the outside.
Just got to set it up a little bit better. He's boxing really well, he really is. But just I think if he can set up that right hand, he's going to maybe the fight. If it finishes, that'll be the shot for sure. But I mean, just set it up with that double jab a little bit.
15 seconds to go in this third round. Again, all one-way traffic. Chris Mulunda looking very good in his third outing. Here in his home city of Sheffield.
Hands down. Last round, yeah?
More of the same there from Mulunda. Again, positive, picking his shots really well. Goulding had a bit of more of a go, I thought, in that round. Fire back a little bit under pressure, but Mulunda just always in front of him. Maintain that distance, that little turn of the shoulder there to generate the leverage and the angle for that left hook to the body. And this is at the end of the round there, where he drilled that right hand right through the target, and Goulding just using the ropes there just to take the sting out of the shot and keep himself in the fight. But yeah, it's been a real mature display so far from the young Chris Mulunda.
That's all that matters. As soon as you've landed, run back.
10 seconds, corners.
All right, don't wait for him to sit on your chest before you drop back.
Seconds out for your 4th and final round.
Into the 4th round we go. The final round here in Sheffield. And it's been a very good display in the 3 previous from Chris Mulunda, looking very controlled. Showing us a bit of everything this evening. Nice jab. Credit to Goulding, Barry. Taking some shots, hasn't he? He's trying to come back. There's another right hand seemed to...
Lovely left hook there from Mulunda. He feinted the jab and just threw the long left hook. Lovely bit of work. But again, he was more active with the jab, and that was keeping Goulding occupied. His mind focused on that, and then he could sell him another shot. And I think he's better when he is busy with that left hand there. Just selling the body shot there, well, with the left hand, with the eyes there for Mulunda.
And it's good, we're seeing fault, aren't we, in the work of Mulunda.
You know how important that is, because when, when you start to go through the levels and get better opposition, you've got to be a little bit more adventurous and engaging your brain.
Again, he's obviously, you can see bundles of talent from the youngster, but the schooling that he's got in the Still City gym, along with the sparring, you can see paying dividends and looking at very good talent. Nice and relaxed. Look at that defense slipping on the outside, sorry, the inside. Look at that left to the body. Through the gears, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Goulding's tough, isn't he? He keeps his shape really well, so he takes his sting out of a lot of shots. So it's going to be accumulation of punches, I think, if Mulunda were to get a stoppage. After one big shot, he just piles it on, but he doesn't need to look for that. I think he's boxing so well.
Like I said with Goulding, he won his first fights, so he knows how to fight, but he's just settled into that journeyman role. But when you see when they've won a few, you know, they can obviously fight. Oh, slipping again, that was lovely. He felt that, didn't he, Goulding? Looking for that left to the body again, really going through the gears now, Mulunda. Goulding looking to hold.
There's a lovely whipping right uppercut there as well, somewhere in that combination from Mulunda. Again, just showing the variety, not just looking for that left hook to the body, trying to disguise the shot with another punch.
God, looking nasty as he creeps forward, doing his best to stay out of trouble here, Goulding. Really on retreat. But look at the work again, 3 shots, then dropping that left to the body. Vicious attacks from Mulunda, desperate to get this stoppage. 30 seconds to go in this final round.
Ironically, I was going to say, first time he lost his shape a little bit here, Mulunda. That's what Goulding's got nice and close, hasn't he?
Just rattled off 4 or 5 shots there, didn't he, Mulunda? Oh, really, really good display. We hear the 10-second clapper from Chris Mulunda. Very composed, spiteful-looking performance. Credit there to Conor Goulding, who looked as tough as ever. As I say, only ever been stopped twice from 12, but he looked good there, Barry, didn't he?
Yeah, that's just showing that there. He threw a couple of jabs, then he feinted the jab, threw a left hook over the top. And then somewhere in here, then he lands with a lovely body shot, just wrong there. That's the shot there. Just as Goulding was leaning over, you could see he really felt that. Retreated straight away, and then he tried to put his foot on the gas there. Mulunda maybe got a little bit too close, maybe for the first time, lost a bit of shape, but that was a really good performance from a young man who's developing very, very quickly. I think he's thinking about his work, his shot selection is pretty good. He tries to mix it up, and so he's having success with one shot, but he's still trying to find an angle with other punches within that. And ultimately, I just think, he keeps that range when he is attacking. I think that's very important. We talk about that all the time. Not getting your feet too close. When you do hurt somebody, you don't pile it on and allow him to hold or rush your work and negate all the good work you've done. So he's ticking the right boxes at the right time here, Mulunda.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, look, all these youngsters want the show real knockout, but if you're not going to get it, that's how you want to perform.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action here in Sheffield, we go to referee Kieran McCann's scorecard. It reads 40-36 for your winner. He's still undefeated, Chris Mulunda.
Yeah, Chris Mulunda moves to 3-0 and announces himself, I guess, to the British boxing public with that performance here on Prelims at Sheffield in his home city. Looked very good. Smiles all round from the team. Little dance from Mulunda. He enjoyed that one. As I say, you all want the knockouts, you all want the show real stoppages, but when you put in performances like that, you earn your spot, your slot to get back on these shows. Here's what we have later on this evening. That was a tasty affair. Leo Atang off the back of his first points victory, looking to get another stoppage, and then the two Ibrahim. And Josh Padley, Aqib Fiaz, we've said this, the show goes on. We continue this card in Sheffield. We lost 2 fights, Dalton Smith obviously and Galauya fight, but tonight's headline is Josh Padley, Aqib Fiaz. And Barry, it's an interesting main event that. Winner must, you know, push on, but where does the loser go?
Well, who knows? I mean, they still got good careers. I mean, people always think if you don't win a fight, you're done. But I mean, Paddy's the guy making all the waves here right now. But Fiaz is a good fighter. He's a clever fighter. And he's big for the weight, actually. People don't forget that. So I think, you know, it's an interesting fight. But Paddy's the favourite because he has that energy and sustainability throughout the fighters we've seen. But Fiaz, if he can get a quick start, Padley will be chasing the fight. So it's an interesting one.
That is good. That is the main event tonight. As I say, live at 7 p.m. we go on to the zone. But we're ready for our next contest here. So let's throw it back to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Utilita Arena here in Sheffield, we're set to go with a special featherweight attraction. Now entering the arena, Pinino, Rodrigo, Matias, Areco.
And here is the tough Rodrigo Areco, 31 years old, from Argentina. 5 wins. There are 21 defeats, but only stopped the 4 times. He was knocked out by Nelson Burchill from a vicious body shot a while ago, but durable, comes to fight, a proud man. He's in deep here, taking his time, soaking it all up. Wearing the Argentina shirt there. Will they defend their crown? World Cup starting very soon. Oh, the great Leo Messi get his hand back on that trophy.
And now entering the arena, please welcome the undefeated Connor, the Hammer Mitchell.
Connor Mitchell, 2-0 as a professional. Son of legends of British boxing, Kevin Mitchell. Very popular. He was last out in March at the Copper Box, outpointed Yuri Zanoli. Moving into the 6 rounds this evening. And you feel from watching him in his 2 previous, the longer format will suit this youngster.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Sheffield, England, live on DAZN, we're set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Introducing your 3rd man in the ring at the sound of the bell, from Liverpool, scoring A-star referee, Mr. Mark Lyson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears blue with white trim. This 28-fight veteran scaled 9 stone, 3 pounds, 11 ounces. He fights out of Marcos Paz, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Please welcome Pinino, Rodrigo, Matias, Areco. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the maroon with blue and gold trim. This southpaw scaled 9 stone, 3 pounds, 1 ounce. His young professional record thus far perfect, 2 fights, 2 victories, one of them coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Orsett, Essex, England, Connor, the Hammer Mitchell.
Okay, boys, both know the rules. Want you to obey my commands. Tell you to break clean, defend yourselves at all times. Touch club, boys.
Well, sorry, the usually reliable box rec had this down as a 6-rounder, but it is 4. It's another 4-rounder for Conor Mitchell. I don't think it'd be long until he is in the 6th round.
Round 1.
Fights. I had 4 rounds. I'm just saying, you can't do your job properly. But don't worry about it.
It's still on there now. Look, 6 rounds.
We had a running order from the people who run the boxing.
Well, yeah. Well, anyway, Conor Mitchell on the front foot at that southpaw stance. And one thing he does have, Barry, very similar to his dad, is that spite, that nastiness, that desire to get stuck in.
And also very good fundamentals. A lot like his dad. He doesn't box the same as his dad, but a lot like his dad. Very good, natural ability, but the fundamentals are good. He punches correct. Let's see there, nice straight left hand right on the pipe there from Mitchell. And in case you see him slide that foot over to the outside, didn't he, there, so he can throw that left hand right through the target.
Oh, look at that, slipping in the inside of that jab of Areco, and looking for that left uppercut. Yeah, brilliant balance, nice little slide out of range there, looking for the left hand.
Good shot.
Yeah, doubling up with that.
But he leans back, doesn't he? So he gets it. So you think, so he hits it with that body shot and then leans back. You think he's moving out away. He dropped his band there, he dropped his hands at Areco then, and then that right hand came over the top.
God, look at this, he's just suffocating Areco with this pressure on the front foot, Conor Mitchell. And he drops to the body, lovely. As I mentioned in the ring walk of Areco, he was stopped by Nelson Birchall with a lovely shot to the body. He's done his homework, Mitchell. You can see really targeting that body with heavy shots.
This is just about durability now for Areco, how much he can take here, because even that left hand there down the middle from Mitchell, he's really turning the hand over as well, so it's a solid shot.
Yeah, he does turn the knuckles down, doesn't he? He gets the elbows high when he throws the hooks upstairs, sinks them into the body, really turns the hips into the shot. He just doesn't let his opponent off the hook. He's crafty with the feet as well, isn't he? Doesn't exaggerate too much. Gum shield out of Areco.
Spat that out.
Do you blame him, Barry?
He got caught with a good shot, a good straight shot there on the chin, spat that out and look at the referee and go, rest please.
Back on the jab, Mitchell. Looking to vary up that lead hand. That's that left again, really turns everything into the shot. Oh, counter left hook there from Mitchell, and he's stopped Areco in the opening round. And look what it means to the youngster. Very, very impressive there. He meant business from the opening first couple of seconds there, and he didn't let the usually tough Argentinian Rodrigo Areco off the hook. And Conor Mitchell moves to 3-0 as a professional, Barry.
Well, we learned nothing new about Conor Mitchell there, but what we did, what he bolstered again, in our opinions, is how good he is technically, because all those shots are hard and heavy, and they are that. But if he doesn't keep his shape, then Areco, when he throws a shot, and if he throws one wide, Areco can get close and hold on and make it a physical fight, and then he drags him a few rounds and he goes the distance. That's how tough he is. But there, Mitchell never gave an opportunity to get close to hold, never gave an opportunity to get close to fire back. Everything's long, everything's neat, and when he did fire, because he got such fast reactions, Mitchell, he could throw that uppercut. He walked him onto about 3 uppercuts in that very quick finish there in that first round. But the left hand did most of the damage for me. The body shots were good, but that left hand on the middle, he takes that foot over to the outside, and he really, as you said, he turns that hip into the shot, gets that shoulder into it, turns that hand over, and that makes every shot like walking into a brick wall.
I'll tell you what, he's going to be a handful. He really is. He's going to be in some very good fights. Big smile on the face as I look in the centre of the ring here at Conor Mitchell.
You can see how he bites down on the gum shield as well, can't you? Very impressive.
He just wants to do damage, really, really sinking in those shots. And referee saving Areco, the usually tough Argentine. Look what it means. Yeah, and he does move to 3-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Lyson calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 20 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by TKO, he's still undefeated, Conor the Hammer Mitchell.
Yeah, spiteful display from the youngster. Conor Mitchell really impressed there with the way he grabbed the fight by the scruff of the neck and really looked to do damage. We're going to hear from the victor, who's alongside our reporter for the evening, the wonderful Charlie Parsons.
Well, thank you, Darren. Yes, I am. Conor, congratulations. You'll be absolutely chuffed with that. You don't get paid for overtime. That was a fantastic performance.
Yeah, no, it was good. Much better than last time. I weren't happy with the last performance, but I watched it back after and I actually thought I'd done good. So yeah, no, that's what I want to do, though. That's me. And yeah, I just want to keep learning, keep progressing. And yeah, here I am.
From the day that you announced that you'd signed with Matchroom, you seem cool, calm and confident. Everything we've seen of you as a pro so far has seen that. Are you enjoying everything the program's brought your way so far?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Like, it's a lot different to the amateurs. But I had that amateur pedigree and I won an ABA title, so now I'm here and I'm going to prove why I won that. You don't get given that, so yeah.
You look very impressed when you were watching the stoppage back. Obviously, that's the stuff that you want to get. What did you think when you were just watching those couple of seconds back?
Do you know what? I wasn't even looking. I was looking at Darren.
Well, you're impressed with what Darren was saying to you then. Look, promoter Eddie Hearn, wow. I mean, 3-0, 2 KOs, activity with all these guys, one of the best young stables in the game, and this man looks incredible.
Yeah, one of the top young fighters of that young stable, especially in this country as well. A good spiteful performance. I was actually thinking, just take your time, you know, try and get the rounds. Obviously, the key is activity, but the key is also spending time in here. So at this stage, you want to bring in guys that are durable. Actually, his debut opponent was expected to take him the full round. Didn't do that. He stopped him. Last time out, it was still a good performance. Didn't quite let it flow like he did tonight and on the debut as well. Sounds good to me. And you know, he's a quality fighter. The key is activity. Of course, learning in the gym, top quality sparring, travelling around, getting those rounds. But there's nothing like getting ring time, and just one round tonight, so I'm sure the management and the team will be on to us for another date very soon, and that's the key, getting back in the ring as soon as possible.
That's what you want to hear, one of the best fighters and one of the best young stables in the game. Final message from you, Conor, well done.
Yeah, no, I just want to thank everyone that come as well to support me, because I know it's so far away. So yeah, thanks to everyone, and thanks to Eddie, thanks to Frank. So yeah, let's go.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, Conor Mitchell in very impressive fashion moves to 3-0, a spiteful, punishing display. You can see what it means to him. But tonight's chief support is a cracking contest between two Ibrahims. Ibrahim Nadeem, the champion, the English champion, versus the very promising 10-0 Ibrahim Suleiman. Let's have a word with both of them.
Ever since a kid, it was my dream to fight on this big platform, and here we are, co-main event.
It feels great to be back on a massive platform again.
Ibn Nadeem, good fighter, good amateur pedigree. I won nationals with him as a kid, and here we are fighting for the English title.
I've been on the small hall shows for a while. Now obviously with this title, I'm defending it in front of everyone. It's a great opportunity for me to show everyone what I'm about.
He's long, he's rangy, throws lots of shots. But he's in there with the spider, he's going to see a different story.
He's a good fighter and I am expecting a tough fight, but I've prepared for it and going to get the win.
I fight too comfortably in Birmingham, and obviously everyone knows when they need a little change, more of a locked-in feeling, locked-in mindset and ready to go.
I just feel like I do everything better than he does, and I feel like I've had more experience with the 3 title fights as well.
I don't want to say I'll stop him, but yeah, I'm going to say I'll stop him. Yeah.
Well, that's tonight's chief support, a cracking fight for the English title. But next up is the boxing farmer, Edward Hardy.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Sheffield, England, the action continues with a special featherweight contest. Now set to make his ring walk, Jesus, the Hitman Carrasco.
And here is Spaniard Jesus Carrasco, the 32-year-old, who you might remember last time out, losing on points to the very talented debutant Louis Ward in May. Game he comes to fight. Very tough. A couple of fights ago, he drew with a decent fighter, Edison Torres. He's up against it this evening, against a very talented, spiteful Edward Hardy.
And now set to make his ring walk, the young undefeated prospect from Donny, Ed, the Farm Boy Hardy.
And here he is, the 24-year-old farmer, Edward Hardy. Usually grafts on the farm the day of his fights. Always smiling, I've noticed. Really exciting fighter as well. Yeah, works on the Margrange farm every day. Has made him as strong as an ox. Find out the Still City gym.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Sheffield, England, live on DAZN, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, scoring A-star referee from Harrow, Mr. Kieran McCann. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the white with gray trim. He scaled 9 stone 2 pounds 1 ounce. Professional record, 2 victories, 4 defeats, and 2 draws. He fights out of Madrid, Spain. Please welcome Jesus, the Hitman Carrasco. Carrasco. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the green with the gold trim. He scaled 9 stone 1 pound 9 ounce. Professional record perfect, 6-0, 2 knockouts from Doncaster, the undefeated farm boy, Ed Hardy. Hardy.
Ed, Jesus, and you come. Right, lads, listen up. You both know the rules. You'll obey my commands at all times. When I say to break, break clean. Take a step back, throw no punches. Mind your heads in close, and most importantly, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands, let's go.
Well, this one is 6 rounds in the featherweight division. Jesus Carrasco from Spain in with local lad, the farm boy, Edward Hardy. We've been told at times has turned up to events in his tractor. I'd love to see you drive a tractor, Barry. I don't know why. I'd love to see you get in a tractor.
I don't have a tractor.
I don't think you have a tractor.
I don't. You don't know that.
How would you get in the tractor?
Like, you don't. Shut up.
Yeah, really good fighter, Edward Hardy. If you haven't seen him before, he's 6-0, 2 inside the distance. He's physically strong. He likes to get stuck in. Very accurate. And you can see there, slipping and sliding, and he punches off of that really good defence, Barry.
And he's one of those guys who's tall and lean and long arms, but he likes to fight in close, doesn't he? He likes to slip and dip and use his uppercuts and hooks and finds the range for it. Let's see it there, the nice little uppercut. Carrasco walking onto it.
I was talking to Adam Smith just before we went on air. He knows Edward Hardy, says him and his family, lovely, they work hard. And you can see now, really going through the gears. An impressive fight. He was a good amateur. He won a couple of national titles in the amateurs. He made his debut back in 2024, beating the tough, durable Engel Gomez, who we've seen a few times on prelims.
Oh, good little turn of the feet there from Hardy.
Another one. Once he gets a sniff of victory, he really goes through the gears, doesn't he?
Carrasco thought he was away out the trouble there, and he just little pivot wrong to the right there from Hardy and jumped at him. Good right hand as well.
Yeah, already a bit of swelling under that left eye of Carrasco, and it is that right hand that's doing that damage. Again, another fight managed by Sonny Edwards. Apparently he used to spar with Sonny and brother Charlie Edwards when he was 17, 18 years old and was always asked back.
Nice shot.
Oh, look at that slip in and throwing the uppercut. Good variation. That right hand was a lovely shot. Carrasco, you'd say, doing the wrong thing here, looking to trade with the sharper, more accurate Hardy.
He just pushed him there, Hardy. There was no need for it either. He was pushing him back anyway with the punches.
I tell you what, he really sort of finds the target well with that uppercut, doesn't he, after the hooks?
Again, but for such a tall guy, you know, he finds the range for those long levers in close as well. He's just getting told they're feeling a little bit rough.
Yeah, as well as winning a couple of national titles. He won the Celtic Box Cup back in 2022. He's represented England, so there's lots of pedigree. They actually fought Adam Azim in 2018.
Very shot there as well there from Hardy. How can you win the Celtic Cup box for England? It makes no sense.
Sure. Yeah, looking good here.
Landed at will, isn't he, pretty much?
Yeah.
Hardy.
Every now and again he takes a step back, doesn't he? And that suits him well, but really positive when he's on the front foot, looking really, really good. I love the variation. Very good opening round that from the farm boy, Edward Hardy.
Have a drink. Mom, this is home before that fence. Yeah? Well, what then? Put it there. I don't see it. You put what? I'll leave body shot. Okay. Yeah. Keep banging away there. Yeah. Understand? If it's leaving on you, push up right. And they move the way against it. Don't push it. Fall in and turn him up corner. Getting lovely walk and turn the corner. Bam into that. Yeah. God. Knows when he moves all.
Yeah, the first shot there from Hardy. Look at just the accuracy and the work. Again, being aggressive from the first bell and pushing him back, and everything was sort of close range for most of it and having success with it.
Yeah, into the second round we go, and it was a really impressive opening round from Edward Hardy. Very composed. I love the aggression that he always shows, and the way he was screwing those uppercuts after the hooks, very impressive. But the way as well, he's always looking to punch off of the slipping and the sliding.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't need to do anything else because everything's working for him here. But just for future fights and just for habits, he can start using that jab to get in close. Just a distraction before he slips in, or even just to maintain a bit of distance while he is advancing forward. Because as you know, as you go through the levels, negating that, neglecting that, might get you into a bit more of trouble than you want to be in.
It only stopped once, Carrasco, and that was against the impressive former amateur star Charlie Senior in the 5th round of the 6th. Good work with that left hand. Yeah, it was. We commentated on it. Really good performance, wasn't it, from Senior? But in that fight, Carrasco showed how tough he is, and he's going to have to show that this evening.
Yeah, he's been a bit of a sitting duck here, hasn't he, so far in our first round.
Just taking the power out of the shots there, Hardy. He sinks them really well into the body, doesn't he, like he does there after the right uppercut. Lovely left to the body.
And the spin off. I mean, he leaned back a little bit, but he didn't go over that back foot, which is not so bad. He did spin off and just stay in you can stay in the centre of the ring and still move away if you use that pivot.
The referee just giving him a bit of a telling off again.
You got to be careful with that hand. He just push with the front forehand to create space for that uppercut, and that'll be a habit thing that works for him. But if you get warned by it continuously, you can't stop doing it. So, but again, that's where the jab comes in. The jab takes the place of that push with the forehand.
He's just trying to get in the face, isn't he, of Hardy, Carrasco, just trying to stop the shots raining in, but he's walking on to the shots. Keep the hands nice and high, though. I feel it would be the shots to the body that would do the damage here from Hardy. Does that so well. That left after the right uppercut.
Good shots like the uppercut. I tell you what, though, when he has him walking forward, if he rotates more with that uppercut, then you get a better angle with the left hook to the body. He's using the long levers to get underneath the elbow, but I think if he turns more, then he'll be able to lean forward a bit and really dig in with that body shot.
So what, he fights at high tempo, doesn't he? He's always letting his shots go. He mixes up the power of the shots well, I feel. Look at this from Carrasco. Game as they come. Another lovely left round that right elbow of Carrasco. So accurate with that left to the body, Hardy. Another good round. Showed his toughness though, and heart and desire, Carrasco, in that second round, but really good finish. Good double left hook from Hardy to finish that round.
Don't let him shut that gap, strong feet, yeah? That's it? Yeah. He's been chopping outside.
And the final fighter on prelims this evening is 5-0 Adam Maca, and all of those victories have come inside the distance. A man that has his sights set on the highest prizes in the sport, wants to be undisputed champion before he's 25, desperate to go through the weights. Very exciting fighter, Barry, isn't he? A lot to like about this young man.
Oh yeah, he seems to have it all in his locker and all in his abilities to be that star that he's hoping to be. But we're still early days yet. The development fights are here, and what he's done so far is make easy work of some of these fights that should have been not difficult, but longer distance. Some of these fights should have taken him longer, and he's gone through them in a breeze.
Yeah, Adam Maca up next into the third round of this six-rounder. Edward Hardy in with Jesus Carrasco from Spain, and it's been really good from Hardy. Carrasco giving it his all though, showing his toughness. As I say, only been stopped once.
That's the shot to come off, that jab. That jab from Carrasco is really lazy and laboured, and that's where that right hand over the top needs to be put into play here for Hardy.
Oh, lovely triple left hook there, and then again doubles up with that left hook. But yeah, you're right, it is a lazy jab, isn't it, from Carrasco, and if he was to get that right hand into play, you think that would do some serious damage.
Because he's so tall and long, Hardy, he doesn't have to take that little step back or lean back at all. He can just fire it straight from where he is.
Throws the right hand really well as a hook and then drops it to the body, yeah.
Again, those shots not going to put you to sleep, they're not going to drop you, they're just going to slow you down, aren't they?
Listen to me.
Carrasco now that gets the telling off for holding around the back of the head, I think, of Ed Hardy.
No more.
To be honest, you can't blame him.
Listen, not pull his head.
Under the cosh, hasn't he?
Well, he's going to try and get close to the target. Like he wants his head on his chest, but you got to be on the outside of him when he gets there. He's getting close to the target and staying square on. And that's allowing Hardy just to throw up the cuts for fun.
Just got opportunities at times, hasn't he, Hardy, just to allow himself a bit of space. You can feel that sort of pressure from Carrasco, just take that little step back and fire back with the counters, but I don't mind this desire, this sort of will to get stuck in.
Well, he's physically strong, Hardy, and he wants to show it, but he doesn't need to show it. I mean, he's boxing fantastic, but I think he can do even better.
And I think that's encouraging, and I think the team will know that. Again, fighting in this third round at a non-stop pace.
So you got the feet lovely, isn't it? Just turn around, you got a free shot at the target, and you can't fire back.
I think whenever I see someone do a pivot or a lovely bit of footwork, I always look at you and there's always a nice smile on your face.
It's my favourite move.
Again, lovely left to the body, looking for the right as well. Just again, keeping this tempo nice and high, trying to drain the tank of Carrasco, who, credit to the Spaniard, he's always looking to be in the face now of Hardy and work away.
But he's decided, I'm not really safe anywhere, but I feel safer close than I do further away.
Yeah. Oh, point off now for Carrasco, but just holding around the back of the head of Hardy.
It sort of might be irrelevant, you would feel, anyway, to be fair.
Oh yeah, Hardy winning the rounds. Oh, left hook again. That's been a really good shot for Hardy.
I like it. He's really shown here, Hardy, in this round, just in that little moment there, is he can punch long just as effectively as he's a short.
I mean, he's got all the shots there, hasn't he? It's just putting it all together. With experience, he'll know how to, you know, find these openings a bit cleaner, but I've been impressed. Nice little right hook there from Carrasco. The success for the Spaniard have been far and few between, but still, he's had a go. He's trying, isn't he? But another good round this for Hardy.
He's holding every 2 minutes. He is holding. Everybody is holding.
Tranquilo, está bien. Confía en tu derecha, no la agarres. Tienes que meter la derecha por dentro, por fuera. O sea, tira la derecha arriba y baja. Y si bajas, sube. ¿entiendes? No entres sin pegar, entra pegando. Confía que ya se ha acabado la contracción muscular, ya lo tiene. Ahora estás en tu plena, ¿vale? Venga, toma. Cupe. ¿Vale? ¿Está bien? ¿Está bien? Abre la boca. Confía en ti. Confía que lo estás haciendo bien. Ya estás sacando más trabajo. Vale. Ese es el vamos a por el cuerpo. ¿Vale? Confía.
Round 4.
I know you're fluent in Spanish. What were they saying in that corner, Barry?
Stop getting hit all the time. What's the matter with you? No, I don't know what he's saying. What advice do you give him? The advice got to be somehow you got to find a safe place in that ring and stick to it. I mean, but where he is now, getting too close to the tag, it's allowing Hardy just to push him off and throw the uppercut through the middle. And as he's coming forward, he's taking those shots as well. Being out the range means that Hardy walks him down. I mean, you've got to have that. You've got to master that semi-circle around the body, haven't you? So when you get there now, move around the side.
It's almost like he's set the tone now, hasn't he, of what he wants to do. I think he feels a bit more comfortable coming forward.
Yeah.
Getting on the chest of Hardy.
Well, getting low's not a bad thing. I know the uppercut's into play, but it's harder to be accurate with an uppercut than it is with a right hand, with a straight right hand, isn't it? So you've got to edge your bets there. But you maybe keep moving your head as you're coming forward, or that U shape, or bobbing and weaving as you're advancing. But for Hardy, again, like it was from round one, just start punching, they're there, punching long. Let him walk into the shot, let him try and get around that jab, and then get the uppercut through the middle.
Yeah, he's going to be in some exciting fights, Edward Hardy, that's for sure. You can see the intent, the desire is always to get stuck in and
him and Conor Mitchell on the line.
Yeah.
The same way, down there, more or less.
Be a good matchmaker for you, Barry.
He was just on them, to be fair.
But still.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm all for it. Look at that left hook again, Hardy. Carrasco just landed a nice jab there, as you say, crouching down. He just fired up there with the jab.
But there's enough feathers and super feathers to do a tournament now with the young. I know there's a loss. People are going to get a loss here, but you got a bigger profile for winning or getting to the final of it.
I think you got to back yourself as well, and if you get them opportunities,
that's an option you take. Competition that elevate you to like a 10-rounder. Like the WBC did recently in Riyadh with that sort of tournament, but at a smaller domestic scale.
You enjoyed that tournament, didn't you?
Oh, it was fantastic. And some of those kids we'll see them again. Well, Gully Power just boxed for the British title, by the way, and he was in it. So.
So we had Carrasco holding there, and Ed Hardy giving him a few hooks there, and there's a point off for Hardy. Getting a little scrappy, you could say.
The thing is, the referee was saying stop, and he wasn't stopping though, so you're asking for trouble a little bit.
Well, the supporters of the farm boy not happy, and look what he's done, he's really woken up. Edward Hardy here, who again throws a couple of naughty left hooks inside.
Took a shot there, Hardy. He's got to get cool head here. That aggression's good to see, but you've got to learn to manage it, haven't you? Learn to control it. And even the frustration maybe, but he just got caught with a shot, and he took it fine, but I mean, just got to be careful with that. In a fight that everything's going your own way here.
Yeah, there's a lot of fire, aggression there that they can work with for sure, but I think just tidying up a little bit, but that was really good work, wasn't it, on the ropes, Hardy, and picking the shots up. I'll tell you what, he really picks the shots well, and his accuracy's good. He's got every shot there. He's just putting it all together.
And when he relaxes, he gets that movement with his shoulders that he flows better.
You see the strength of the 24-year-old in that round there, obviously all from that farming. Some good work, Barry, from Hardy.
Again, look at that, finding the space there, left hand, uppercut through the middle, and then again, he has a second phase there. He puts the forearm on you to push you back, and then goes again every time. There's the point here. In the middle of that, the ref is telling to stop. And we've seen that clearly there, and he didn't. So even though he is getting held on, you're listening to the referee, you're going to ask him for trouble. But it'll be academical. That won't matter, I don't think, for sure. That 1 point taken away here. Because it's still a round that he dominated.
He knows it was terrible.
Round 5.
2 to go here in this featherweight contest in Sheffield against Jesus Carrasco from Spain and the farm boy Edward Hardy.
He comes out Carrasco, you know, with all intent to get close, lets his hands go, and then takes a couple of shots, and then goes back to pushing forward and holding on.
He's a good opponent, though, isn't he, Carrasco? He makes you work. You know, he's busy, doesn't feel sorry for himself. He's always trying to ask questions of his opponents.
And you come unstuck if you lacked a bit of strength or skill or no, both in one of those factors you didn't have, then the pressure would be more effective for him.
One shot that I feel he's neglected, Hardy, is the jab. A nice solid jab. He'll be able to set everything up with that lead hand. See there, just sort of pouring with that lead hand, but I think that's his desire to want to get stuck in. He kind of neglects it, doesn't he? The shot's there. Again, Carrasco just ploughing forward. A bit more variation with the footwork as well, perhaps. Barry, Hardy, skip round the side.
The thing is, he doesn't have to do any of these, all the things that we're saying you should do, like we've been saying about the jab since the first round, and, you know, moving around the target. He hasn't have to have done it, did he? Because everything's worked for him here. And so fighting in close has been fine. He wants to show his physical strength, which is evident. I think he is strong in close. And you're just thinking about things further down the line where you're going to need to be able to do those things. And if you don't do them now, you might not be able to do them when you need to. Because habits are, you know, good habits are instilled into you early in the career, so you do them almost as a second thought.
The referee with a very loud listen to Carrasco there. Don't want to see any more points taken off. But there's a desire to get stuck in from Edward Hardy that I would rather fighters have to sort of hold back a little bit. Another point off for Carrasco.
Checking out here.
It couldn't be any more clear there.
He has got a clue what he's saying.
Whether
Whether
you're fluent in Spanish or English, I think you'll understand that that's your last warning. I've got to admit, though, from where I'm sat here, it was quite subtle, and he disguises it well, that little grab.
Yeah.
Oh. Again, a little bit scrappy, just holding on Carrasco of that lead hand of Hardy. The referee just grabbing the right arm of Hardy, trying to break him again, as he does there. Carrasco looking to land a big right hand. The footwork was good there from Hardy.
Look at how he uses that shoulder, not just the foot, he puts that shoulder in the centre of your stance. He's always pushing you off balance, trying to lean on you, push you back. Shot. Again, no jab, that right hand's finding the home every time he lets it go, Hardy.
Good finish to the round from Hardy. Really burst into life there with a lovely left hook right on the bell there from Hardy. That was a fantastic ending to the round from the farm boy. Well, first up on the main broadcast at 7 p.m. is a cracking fight. Aaron Bowen from Coventry, the very popular fighter. 7-1 against this man here, Troy Coleman from Staffordshire. Had one win since that defeat to Jimmy Sains, but full of confidence going into this. A smile on the face as he gets his hands wrapped. Good contest, that middleweight contest, that opening the broadcast at 7 p.m. live on DAZN, your global home of boxing.
Check it out. Be a 6th and final round.
Yep, final round here in this featherweight contest. It's been a good contest, a good learning fight this for Edward Hardy against the game Jesus Carrasco, who just walks onto a lovely uppercut there.
Yeah, it's been a nice, brisk 6 rounds, I would say, because it's been a high pace, and I mean, he's made him work, but he hasn't made him think, have he? That's the truth of it. Hardy's done what he's wanted when he's wanted. That's the truth. behind us all. So, you know, he's been impressive in that phase.
What would you like to see him work on when he gets back to the gym?
Well, what we've been saying since day one, you know, just, I think, you know, before the guy walks you down, or before you get close, the jab is everything, and he hasn't got to be just a range finder. He can step behind it with it, stab to the body, because he has that range and that reach to get away with it. And just looking to maybe fire that right hand over the top. He could have done that a few times tonight. But all the inside work and the strength, and then when he hits you with a good shot, you know, he accelerates in pace. All those things are quality signs of a fighter that's advancing very quickly.
He does a lot of good stuff, doesn't he? He really does. He's just got to add to it.
And I think he flows off his good work. Once he has a bit of success, he gets a rhythm, which is really nice to see.
There's that. Oh, he's just having a word again. He just threw that left hook, grabbed hold of the head of Hardy, then threw that right hand, Carrasco. It's similar to what the referee's been warning him about. Doesn't want to take a backward step.
He's just asking for trouble here, you know, Carrasco.
He's coming in close there. He's really leaning on, isn't he, Carrasco? You have to be careful here, Hardy. He doesn't want to get caught. Oh, left hook! Thunderous shot from the bar boy, Edward Hardy, and that might be it. Carrasco is finished. Terrific final round from Edward Hardy.
Wow, fantastic shot. What he stood there, he hasn't seen that shot. He's backed him up, but he's almost span him around a little bit, and he literally just seen the tag and jumped in with a lovely left hook, and Carrasco never saw it. His Carrasco's feet got together when he got caught. Yeah. You'll see it now here. He sort of spins him around, see it there, and he gets a free shot at it. Oh, it's through the middle. Sort of an uppercut, isn't it? Like a screw shot through the middle there.
He misses with that, and then he just jumps in with that left hook. What a shot that is. And what a way to cap off what was a good performance from Edward Hardy.
It was a performance of strength, wasn't it? Physical strength, and he showed that from the offset. And I think that was, again, another sign of that he pushed him and span him round and then jumps in with that left hook. And it's a lovely, crisp shot that Carrasco never saw, and he was on his backside in no time.
Showing his, not just his strength throughout that fight, but his punching power. Just the second man to do that to Carrasco. And again, back to smiling, what we've seen all week. Yeah, good to see Carrasco back to his feet. I'm not too sure he knows what's happened there. He's just been on the end of a thunderous left hook.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kieran McCann calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute, 47 seconds of the sixth and final round, declaring your winner by knockout. He's still undefeated, the farm boy, Ed Hardy.
Well, Ed Hardy moves to 7-0 as a professional, gets his third inside the distance, and he closed that show in absolute style. He got his showreel knockout. We will hear from the victor, who's alongside reporter Charlie Parsons.
Well, thank you, Darren. Yes, Ed Hardy, congratulations. It came late, but what a shot it was. You threw it, you spin. Talk me through. You managed to see it on the replay at the bottom there?
I haven't seen it on the replay yet, but I've been watching it in the back. But just listen to my coaching team. Got the best coaching team in the whole of probably the world. And yeah, just bumping and bumping and boom. Once I relaxed and I knew he was tiring, so we were going to get him.
It's a lot of learning on the job, of course. You obviously showed your strength in there. At times he would almost come forward. It became a little bit scrappy. How did you manage to keep control of that?
Yeah, it was just trying to keep composed. I knew I was stronger than him, but I didn't want to waste my energy just wrestling. So I was trying to keep composed, and it made it awkward, but we got the shot in the end.
One man behind me, I believe. Dalton Smith, I'll bring you in quickly. What did you make of that? Obviously, that shot coming through at the end. A great story for this lad as well.
Yeah, unbelievably. You know, showed a mature performance, you know, didn't rush it, took his time and found a peach of a shot at the end. So he's done me proud there, he's done good.
One of the best gyms in England, that is a fact. Look, finally to you, it's refreshing to see a different story in boxing. You see the tweeds, you see the little hats turning up. You've obviously got the back British farming on your shorts. You're here to stay, you're here to do more for the farmers and the people from your area.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to have all the farmers coming out supporting me, and I really appreciate him.
Ed, well done.
Thank you. Cheers.
Very good performance there from Ed Hardy. And a reminder, tonight's top of the bill is a cracker. Josh Padley defends his European title against Aqib Fiaz.
This is my time. I've got momentum behind me, and I really do believe that I'm going to carry on all the way to the top.
He's a good fighter. Listen, we all know Josh's story. He's one of the nation's sweethearts, isn't he? But it'll be my night. It just feels like it was meant to be.
I'm fully expecting the best he has. He obviously has some very good fundamentals, so I'm expecting good class boxing from him.
On the night, what's written is written. That's God's plan. But I'm ready to do whatever it takes because I've prepared diligently and I've worked extremely hard. And I'm ready, yeah.
I think I've been in there with higher level opposition than what he has. I don't think that he'll have answers to what I'm going to bring on Saturday night.
I feel like I'm younger, fresher and more experienced. I'm ready for anything, any outcome, anything he brings, I'm ready to do better than him.
I think I win this fight inside the distance comfortably.
Listen, Sparky's getting sparked out, eh?
Well, that is tonight's main event, Padley versus Fiaz, but we're ready for our final fight on prelims, and it's the return of the exciting 5-0 Adam Maca.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues from the Utilita Arena with a special super featherweight attraction. Now entering the arena, please welcome Zurdo, Cesar, Ignacio Paredes.
There is Cesar Paredes, nicknamed Zurdo. Do you know what Zurdo means, Barry? No. But I'm a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest. Left-handed.
Is it
Southpaw.
It's like something so exotic, isn't it? Like spear or something like that.
Yeah, nicknamed Zurdo. 18 wins, 34 losses. From those 34 defeats, just 4 inside the distance. He's not been stopped for nearly 2 years. Actually won his first 13 of 14, and that one blemish was just a draw, but ended up on the road, becoming a journeyman. Tough as they come.
And now entering the arena, the undefeated Adam, the Maca.
There he is, 5-0. 5 all inside the distance from the very exciting 19-year-old Adam Maca from Brighton. Second 6th rounder. And last time he was alongside me at the commentary desk. Barry, I don't know, was skiving, doing something, gone missing. But looking forward to seeing this man in action again. Very, very excited about what the future brings for this young man.
Yeah, I'm in charge now. I'm a star and I'm on my...
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues with a special super featherweight attraction, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, scoring A-star referee from Liverpool, Mr. Mark Lyson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the black trunks. He scaled 9 stone, 4 pounds, 11 ounces. Professional record, 18 victories, 34 defeats, 1 draw. Fighting out of Callao, Peru, please welcome Cesar Zurdo Ignacio Pardes. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears black with red trim. Official weight 9 stone 3 pounds 14 ounces. Professional record perfect. 5 fights, 5 victories. All 5 victories coming my way on knockout. Fighting out of Brighton, England. Please welcome the undefeated Adam, the Maca. Maca.
Okay, boys, both know the rules. I want you to obey my commands. If I tell you to break, break clean. Defend yourselves at all times, boys. Just good luck to you both.
6 rounds. Adam Maca in with Peru's Cesar, Pardes, Zerdo. Can Adam Maca Barry make it 6 out of 6, 6 inside the distance?
He's taking the centre of the ring again, hasn't he, Maca? Didn't really knows what the box, of course, and he's being forceful, but there's thought behind his work. He's not just power and a bully, he's technically quite good and thinks about what he's doing.
He's just all over his opponents like a rash, isn't he? Very naturally aggressive in the face of his opponents. Very quick hands. His reactions are on point as well.
But he has the speed without rushing it, doesn't he? We've said that a couple of times already tonight, but it's true with him. He does have that, so that means that we still generate that same speed. But unlike some others, like me, I was a perfect example of that. He doesn't rush it, so he makes sure he turns into the body and gets the full weight into the shot. Added with that speed, that's when he gets the power and gets the stoppages.
Thought he was very good last time out against the tough Maltese fighter, Lyndon Cherkop. Threw the towel in 4 rounds. But he was composed, there was a maturity from the young man. He's just desperate to climb through the ranks and pick up titles. Lots of developing still to do, but I mean, there's so much to like, there really is. Not letting Pardes off the hook here.
No, Pardes is not doing enough though, is he?
No.
He just targeted a shot there from Maca. Take about a half taken off with the gloves there, but it's a good, nice, clean right hand. Getting that foot on the outside.
I say he's been stopped 4 times from the 34 defeats, but never in the UK, and Adam Maca said he's going to be the first to do that. Yeah, it was a nice left hook, wasn't it?
Yeah, he dipped low, didn't he, and just whipped it over the top.
Has the experience. Pardes actually fought David Picasso back in 2022. Remember Picasso fighting Inoue in December. And again, look at this pressure and intent from Adam Maca. Lovely left to the body there, just round that southpaw lead.
But again, he gets the speed, he digs it in, doesn't he? Doesn't just touch with it, just whip it, and he really digs it in.
Very rarely takes a step back, does he?
Yeah, but again, but he's not rushing, he's not jumping on him, is he? He's just nice and relaxed. Boxing within himself here. Maca at the minute. And Pardes got to show something. There's a jab from him there, another one actually. But not enough so far in this round to put any sort of worry in Maca's mind.
Yep, very good opening round this from Maca. Former amateur start. He's been the boss on the front foot, landing heavy shots to head and body. Pardes doesn't know what's hit him in that opening round. Into the second round we go. Good opening round from Adam Maca. As I say, decorated amateur, had 80 amateur fights, won 70 of them. The first 4 he actually lost as a 10-year-old. Won 6 national titles.
Rubbish then, absolute rubbish. What are we watching it for?
He won 5 of those titles in England and 1 in his father's homeland of Albania. 2 European gold medals, World Youth Games silver medal. Always trying to draw the lead out of his opponents, always thinking. He makes you miss, he makes you pay. At the debut of all debuts as well, fought at MSG.
Just so jealous.
It really is. Stuff of dreams at.
Really, and a good performance as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he looked very good, didn't he? Ever since he's gone about his business in good form. Did overcome a scare, actually. Do you remember a couple of fights ago when he fought Juan Batista at York Hall? But another box ticked, he got through that and got the job done.
Just let's him dig down to that body a little bit with a straight right hand. So go to the feint with a jab up or even jab up and just tip the legs and whap right down the middle. There's a big gap there on Pardes.
It was a nice left to the body, wasn't it, from Pardes? Can he build from that? A body shot back from Maca. You seem to have a bit of an effect as well. Gotten a reaction from Pardes. Again, just keeping that tempo high, Maca.
Did a little turn there, a little spin there. Maca just went the wrong way, went the left. Against the southpaw, you got to spin around when you go in pressure on the ropes. Spin around to the right rather than to the left.
Again, just controlling things from the centre of the ring. Again, just pouring out that lead hand. He's using that as a bit of bait there, isn't he? Trying to draw out the lead of Pardes. He's looking to, every now and again, just poke that southpaw jab round that left of Maca. It's probably the best shot for Pardes, that left that he throws downstairs.
And just he hasn't done loads for Pardes here, but he's just kept Maca a bit quiet, hasn't he, here, with the movement and just a few punches that are coming back. And also that southpaw stance, because Maca can't get a real purchase on that right hand, because as a southpaw you're further away with that right hand, aren't you? So just struggling a little bit with the range.
Manager Sam Jones at ringside. I'm sure he's got big plans for the youngster. Pardes lands a nice left hand, and just counters with a right hook, just as he comes forward there, Maca. Last 10-second clapper, finishing the round strongly, but Pardes starting to grow into this. Starting to let his hands go, a bit more confidence shown from the Peruvian. And the big man's back, Leo Atang. 6-0, 5 inside the distance when points last time out. There he is with the bomber value, former cruiserweight champ, offering his advice to the youngster. Another one who's always smiling, always taking it in his stride. The team there. Yeah, great to see Leo Atang. He says a little bit of a monkey off his back. Now he's got points for the first time. A little bit of pressure has been lifted. He would have learned a lot last time out, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would have, but he boxed well. And he's a young kid learning his trade. The problem is he's a heavyweight, so he doesn't get the luxury that some of the others had of doing a little bit beyond in the shadows. Everything's on. Everyone's going to see everything you're doing. You're criticised or your aspirations of people around you. He's going to be the next this guy, the next that guy, and it puts pressure that you don't need. But it's external pressure, and he's got to learn to just ignore it and get on with his work. And at the minute, he's nice and grounded, isn't he? So that's important. Yeah. He just give, at the end of that last round, he just give Maca a few problems there, Pardes.
Yeah, he started letting his hands go, didn't he? Sort of growing in confidence. As I say, there's bundles of experience over the youngster.
That's what you got to do there, Maca, is accelerate the feet a little bit and then step in and out and get that rhythm when you're going in and out with your feet all the time. So you fight a little higher pace, and that'll force Pardes out with the shots like this. But you'll make you miss if you're bouncing in and out with the feet.
Yeah, a nice 1-2 followed by the right hook from Pardes, who, as I say, started off very well. His first 14 fights, 13 were wins, 1 draw. So he knows how to look after himself, and if he sniffs victory, he'll go for it.
But Maca's got to change the pace, you know, because Pardes is comfortable with this pace and he's firing off him. So just up it. Just not a lot, just a little bit more. And I think you do that by getting your feet a little bit more active.
You can hear any rustling. It's Adam Smith next to me opening a pack of discos.
Like a child, isn't he, with his sweets and his biscuits.
I've never seen anyone eat as many bags of crisps as him during a broadcast.
And his bananas.
Oh, don't say bananas next to Adam Smith. Oh, nice left hook there from Adam Maca.
He's moving the right way, Maca. Just accelerate that right hand a bit more. That's better. But a little more pace in that shot.
He's really looking to trade now, isn't he, Pardes, with Maca? Nice little bit of movement there, just spinning off, get back to the centre ring. But
good left hand there from Pardes.
He is growing in confidence, and he's just learning a lot here, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got used to the pace. He's comfortable with this pace at the minute now, because it's not a fast pace, is it really? And I think Maca can up it.
He does, just pushes Pardes back with a 1-2 there. Looks for that right hook, defends nicely there, keeps the left hand up.
Again, see if he just dips the legs there. There's a right hand, straight right hand on the middle there for Maca to throw. You can see the gap, can you?
Yeah. Good work to pushing Pardes back with the straight shots. You see... Go on, Barry, sorry.
He's starting to move in up with the feet a little bit there. Not the way I would like, but a little bit more, making Pardes miss a little bit.
He's intelligent, Pardes, as well. You can see why he's only been stopped 4 times. He knows how to stop the work of his opponents every now and again, doesn't he? He won't just navigate around the outskirts of the ring. He'll push forward every now and again. But this is a really good finish to the round from Adam Maca. Really sharp when he bursts into life, isn't he? A joy to watch.
He got all the arsenal in his locker.
Yeah.
I think he's boxing fine, but I think he got up the pace now. I think he did the end of that round, and he showed he had more success in doing so.
I think he hurt with Pardes with a body shot at the end of that round.
Off the jab, slam in the tank, brilliant double jabs, tight guard, back him up and start switching around the body. Alright, you got that? Good boy, look.
Cuarto round ya. Va 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5, 6, vámonos para cobrar.
Barry Jones has just pointed something out there, that the stall of Adam Maca is tiny, and the stall for Pardes is giant. He's almost on his tiptoes. They've both been massive for you, Barry. 4th round of this 6th rounder. It's heating up nicely, this. I mean, Maca's in control, looking good, but the Peruvian Pardes looking to let his hands go, trying to use his experience every now and again.
But there's one thing I think he won't match, and I keep saying the same thing. It is, though, if he ups the tempo, Maca.
Yeah, you feel he has that in his locker.
Yeah, but yeah.
Don't you? Yeah.
Well, you see when he throws the punches, how fast he can be with that. And I know with people who can punch, they want to buy the time and get that perfect shot, and you'll get more weight if you're slower and more considered with the shot.
And there he goes through the gears there. Adam Maca, it was a lovely step, and he threw the left hook and really burst into life. And he's so exciting when he really does let the hands go. Just every now and again, though, he gets caught with one, and it's just that desire to get stuck in. But us as fans sat here at ringside, we don't mind that. And again, just tucking up nicely, just weathering the storm there, Pardes. Tapping upstairs and dropping that left to the body. Oh, right hand from Maca. Took that one more, Pardes.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? That was a really thrust shot there from Maca. And again, looking to go through the gears again.
He was almost square on as well, wasn't he, Pardes?
Takes a good shot, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, and just increasing the tempo, Maca, in this 4th round.
He can roll there, no, Maca. Good left hook there from Maca. Lovely shot.
Yeah, it was good footwork, wasn't it? Just making Pardes fall short.
But he can roll in. When he gets close like that, Maca, his hands are nice and high. He can roll into the shot.
Not letting his hands go as frequently now, Pardes, in this 4th round.
And it's all to do because he just changed the pace, didn't he, Maca? I think we slowed it down again now. That pace has been changed already, and now he has to readjust again, Pardes.
Yeah, he's really done well in this 4th round, I feel, Maca. Gained real control. He's up the pace, the tempo. It's not been frantic, but it's just been enough to stop Pardes working. Good work again, really letting a flurry of shots go there with real class.
I tell you what's good about Maca as well, from a fan's perspective, when he is being aggressive like this, there's a slight air of vulnerability about him as well.
He gets tagged every now and again, doesn't he?
Good shot there from Pardes. Maca took it well.
Yeah, good round this. Good 4th round for Adam Maca. Really putting the shots together nicely. The tempo increased for sure.
Well, he couldn't live with it, could he, Pardes? And we've been saying that pretty much from the end of the 1st round, that if he ups the pace a little bit more, Pardes was comfortable with the slower pace and starting to fire back. As soon as he upped the pace here, Maca, he had no answer, Pardes. And when he did try and fire back, Maca was already in full flow. So there's not the same conviction with the punches from his opponent. And then he slowed it down again, but he already had control of the round at that point then. And then he's full of confidence. Pardes is thinking he's being too reactive rather than being slightly proactive like he was in the previous round. So yeah, I think that was a good round, an important round there for Maca, just to take control.
That's the word there, important, because with the experience that Pardes has, you felt if he could get a sniff of victory there, he would have turned the screw, but it was this man here. See if he can follow up that very impressive 4th round in this 5th. Adam Maca.
I see one thing about Maca as well. He has like a group of women that follow him, that support him. He did the last. No, I used to have the same thing, but it was my mum, my nan, my 2 aunties, and.
Maybe you could get involved with the training team, Barry.
I see.
What Team Maca? Looking to vary up those hooks there. Nice left to the body again. That's been the best shot, I feel, for Pardes. But the work rate has increased of Maca, and it's dipped of Pardes.
It's a really good learning fight for Maca,
yes.
this year, because he hasn't struggled at all. But he hasn't had the same success with the southpaw stance, that's for sure, because he hasn't been able to really hit fully with that right hand, and then where fighters unravel and then go to work. Which means the jab, he hasn't been able to be effective with the jab as much, because he can be countered off it. And just learning to manage the pace a little bit more. And again, all these fights, these are the fights you need as you go through the levels, isn't it?
Was there anything in particular you would do when facing a southpaw?
Shot. Southpaw, but it was always that foot on the outside. I watched Frank Tate versus Michael Munn for the middleweight championship of the world, the IBF middleweight championship of the world, when it was good, not when he won it. And the fight with the feet was a fight of its own. That's what I thought about it. And even though the southpaw won that, I learned then how important it was. It's not imperative, but how important it is when you get that foot on the outside, how much more options you have with your arsenal. I never had a massive arsenal as it goes, but I mean, it's so important, it really is. And to be defensive with that movement as well.
Yeah, you feel you're safe on the outside.
Yeah, but it does take, if you work everything off your jab, it makes it more difficult to get that into play, and that can mess with your rhythm. But then you use your feet, in and out with your feet, to generate a rhythm another way. When you can't use the jab, you've got to use your legs to get the rhythm.
I used to love fighting southpaws, I really did.
I never loved it, but I never lost, so I wasn't really concerned.
There was just so many down at Repton, my old amateur club. It was just, it bred southpaws. There must have been something in the water, so I was training with top class southpaws all the time. Daniel Happy, the late great Tony Cesar. So plenty more learning to do for Adam Maca. I tell you what, there is so much talent there really is. Yeah, and he's controlling this nicely now.
And like we said, that last round was very important for him. And now he's taking control. Pardes is nowhere near as adventurous as he was in the 3rd round.
That was a nice stabbing jab to the body from Pardes. Pace from both here has dropped a little bit, but it's been a lot more controlled this. He's followed up nicely with that Impressive fourth round, Maca in this fifth, having everything his own way. Well, chief support is a cracker. Ibrahim Suleiman, 10-0 as a professional, former amateur star, manager JK in the dressing room, challenging for the English title against the champion, Ibrahim Nadim. 16-1 as a pro, tasty affair, lots of respect through the two of these, both amateur champions, both grew up with one another on the amateur circuit. The respect's there, promises to be a cracker. He should be trained by the late great Ricky Hatton, Nadim. Yep, that is tonight's chief support. Remember, we go live in around 15 minutes time on DAZN, 7 p.m. Last round here on our last fight on prelims. It's been a good fight, a good learning fight this for Adam Maca, in with the experienced Pardes. Cesar Pardes, 33-year-old Zerdo, left-handed southpaw.
And I think it's a fight he's going to feel frustrated when the bell goes, the end of the, if it goes the distance, which it looks like it's going to. But these are fights, again, not everyone's going to fall over when you hit them, not everyone's going to panic when you hit them, not everyone's going to give you a target to hit. And it's not a bad lesson to learn early in your career for him. He's had everything his own way at the minute, and he's winning this fight as well, quite comfortable. But and I think he's boxing well in stages here.
Yeah.
But just not everything's worked for him tonight, and that's a thing. You know, you've got to adjust your mind, haven't you? I think you've got to dig through some fights, haven't you? Even there, he didn't land with the shots, but the feet were right. He got his feet in the right place. He span around the target. He got to the open side where he wanted to be, and he just didn't land. But I mean, you got to take solace in that. I did the right movement. He didn't come off, but I did the right thing.
And there's one thing when you're not stopping someone that gets stopped frequently, but when you're in there with a guy that's the 34 losses, only been stopped 4 times, not been stopped in 2 years. I mean, you can take that, can't you? Nice one right to the body there, wasn't it, from Maca. Looking strong, isn't he? Holding the centre of the ring, looking at the boss.
He's not throwing any punches here, no, Maca, but he's trying to find that big shot. I mean, he's doing it like in an intelligent way. He's not taking any silly risks. But you can see he's almost just waiting for Pardes to come over that front foot so he can whack him with a shot.
I'm pretty sure that they wanted rounds as well. And he's certainly got it here. He learned bundles up with a lovely right hand. Look at the grimace on the face of Pardes. He felt that one. Gamely coming forward. 40 seconds to go in this final round. There was a cut, I think, the inside of that left eye of Maca. Hopefully it's not too bad. It's not going to affect this contest, but they want to be out as quick as possible. And yeah, we can just see there, I think it's inside that left eye of Maca, using the feet really, really nice. Maybe a clash of heads.
Finishing well here, Maca, as well.
He is.
Because he's not loading up, but he's just smooth in his work.
Yeah, lovely rhythm to the work just to close this contest. The feet, the hands have been really, really nice. Shame about that cut. But he does go the distance for the first time in his pro career, Adam Maca. There will be 6 wins, 5 inside the distance, but a fight in which he would have learned bundles. Pardes puts his hands up high. I think he would have known about the talent of Maca, so he's probably thrilled that he's got through that unscathed. So a good performance, Barry.
Yeah, he boxed. I think he boxed all right there. He had a few problems he hadn't encountered before as a professional, and he had to adjust. I think, you know, in that 4th round, you have to pace dramatically, and I think that was important for him just to stop any sort of confidence that Pardes might have had in that 3rd round. Sort of was dead and buried after that, I thought. He gets a little cut, that's unfortunate, and he learns what it's like when don't think so, to manage frustration in a fight where you can't land with that shot that you're so used to landing with. the southpaw stance was a bit of a problem for him a little bit, but he managed it quite well, I thought. I thought it was a good performance all in all. It wasn't a show reel one he's used to having, but it was a good, neat performance from him.
It is, expectations are very great. He wants to go all the way, and these are the sort of fights you need. You need to learn, you need to be under these bright lights, being challenged by someone that knows how to look after themselves, can vary it up. The man has bundles of experience, but he will get his arm raised. He will go, well, he has gone points for the first time. But anyway, let's throw it to David for the decision of our final fight on Prelims.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action here in Sheffield, we go to referee Mark License scorecard. It reads 60-54. For your winner, he's still undefeated, Adam the Maca.
Yep, moves to 6-0. Goes points for the first time. It's a shutout victory for Adam Maca. Looked good with alert bundles and all part of the development for him moving forward to achieve those dreams, to go all the way. He's with Charlie Parsons alongside Sav Jones and promoter Eddie Hearn.
Thank you, Darren. Congratulations, Adam. Just chatting away to Eddie there. Look, the first time in your career you go the distance, but that's what this part is for learning. Just your initial reaction to that performance in there tonight.
My initial, I wasn't too happy not getting the stoppage, but I just hope everyone was entertained. But it's good learning fights for me. Getting 6 rounds in, that's what I wanted. I've had 6 fights now, and I've done about 13 rounds. So it's about getting the rounds in for when you're at the top.
Obviously full of enthusiasm always. You're going to say that you're not too happy there maybe that you didn't get the stoppage, but like you say, the longer that you go on in the game, the more rounds you box. That's the sort, and they're the opponents that will put you in good stead moving forward, right?
Yeah, 100%. He's never been stopped in this country. He's boxed welterweights, but I'm happy getting the 6 rounds in, and especially for the later part in my career.
Promoter Eddie Hearn, your thoughts on Adam's performance in there tonight?
Exactly what he said. You know, there's no point in just blowing opponents out in 1 round, 2 rounds. Like he said, he's fought Stephen Cairns and many quality fighters up the weights. You've got to really go someone. You've got to set a fast pace to stop someone like that. He didn't do that because he boxed like he should do, to get rounds, to gain experience. Little Nick, first time dealing with a cut late on, but he's 19 years of age. 6 fights in, start moving up the rounds yet, probably not a million miles away from 8 rounds, and that was one of the most pleasing things about tonight, was the tank and the engine was absolutely fine. 6 good rounds, not really breathing. Now I'd be tempted to start moving, you know, maybe 1 or 2 more 6s and get him onto 8 rounds, find a domestic opponent. You learn a lot from fights like that.
Adam, I'll give you the final message. Your fans always come out in a good voice.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who come out. Let's go!
Adam Maca, congratulations.
Well, good way to close prelims here. Adam Maca moving to 6-0 as a professional and looking to edge closer to title contention. Remember, we go live very shortly in about 5 minutes, live on the zone. Opening the contest is Aaron Bowen and Troy Coleman in what is a cracking night of boxing. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. This is Padley's here.
Josh Padley is the new European champion in emphatic fashion. Spider Suleiman.
He looks fired up, he means business. That is how you win your first title as a professional. That's perfect.
Leo Atang.
He's a great prospect. He's got all the tools. They're 19 years old. You're not seeing any other heavyweight do that. Massive future ahead. Step by step, we're getting there.
There's that left to the body. Bowen is becoming famous for another tremendous finish.
Sheffield, England, there's no turning back.
We are what we believe. We are Matchroom Boxing.